Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. I'm happy to have you here for the Blue Hour bike ride. Let me readjust just a little bit. I feel like we found a starting point here visually that is pretty reminiscent of, I imagine, how Van Gogh might paint this scene at the moment. That's really exciting. Hey Margot C, I can see you're the first live viewer and comment that I see coming up. I really appreciate that. If you're watching the replay, then as usual, you want to fast forward just a minute or so to get rid of this dead air of me waiting for everyone to connect live, because we are live. I see Tara Back is here. Great, all these friendly names and the faces to match. Hey Ricky, hey Andrea. It's great to see everybody. We're in no rush tonight. So I'll just let you all connect and we'll get the party started shortly. La, da, 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 da. Heather Jackson is here, excellent. Hi Ellen Betancourt, it's great to have you. Christina Console! Class is over for the day for Christina. And she's grateful to be able to join. That's awesome. Hey Tina. Let me, while we wait an extra few seconds here, let me just show you we're on the Pont Marie. So to the right here we've got the Ile Saint-Louis. And why don't we start right into it? Because in fact, the Blue Hour is not going to last as long as you might think, and I'll explain why in a moment. But look at that. That's why we love the Blue Hour, these colors. With this person leaning on the bridge. Woo! Picture perfect. Love it, love it, love it. Naboul says, awesome. Phyllis Cartwright's here. She says, I'm already dying. That's so great. Hi, Phyllis. It's great to have you here. Welcome to the Blue Hour in Paris, everybody. So I checked, let's just get things underway here. I checked on Wikipedia, what exactly is the Blue Hour? Because I know it's blue and I know generally when it happens. But I learned that the Blue Hour is technically the time where the sky, just early evening before the full sunset, when the sky turns a dark blue that is darker generally than the daytime blue that we would see in the sky. And then I also found some tasty little nuggets. For example, they say Blue Hour happens to be the time where flowers tend to be the most fragrant during the day, where you can smell flowers the most. It'd be interesting to put that to the test one day. I also heard that many days during Blue Hour specifically, for a brief period of time, all the birds tend to sing together, or at least many of them. So the birds liven up for whatever natural reason at Blue Hour. And then I was all week long when I was prepping for this, I tried to look each night at, when was it getting blue outside and what time should I start this episode on Saturday? And then I thought, Corey, you're dumb. Just go online. People much smarter than you have already graphed it out and put timetables online of exactly when the Blue Hour is. It's in fact tonight. Right now it's 8 o'clock, but it's 8:06 technically is going to be the start of the Blue Hour. And it doesn't last an hour at all. It's, in fact, tonight specifically is going to go from 8:06 to 8:18. So that's a 12-minute period for the official Blue Hour. But of course, the sky's going to be beautiful no matter what. And I'm going to hop on my bike in a moment. You can see a little bit, if we stay at this spot, you can see the spotlight of the Eiffel Tower swinging around in the center of your screen, hopefully. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye, but I don't know, I'm sure we'll see it. We'll head over that way. So why don't we get started? It's great to have you all here. So yeah, the Blue Hour. Tonight it's only lasting 12 minutes, which is interesting. And the flowers smell a little bit better and the birds start chirping, although I don't hear any birds at the moment. I also learned that there are 2 Blue Hours. There's one in the morning as well, which some of you may have already known that, but I did not. So there's a Blue Hour and a Golden Hour. I'm familiar with Golden Hour when the light gets very warm and orange, because photographers are big fans of golden hour. So the blue hour and golden hour apparently both happen twice a day, once in the morning together and then once at night in reverse order. Look at that big beautiful sky. And this is a time where every sidewalk cafe and restaurant that's just being lit up at this time of the evening just looks so picture perfect. We're coming up here on Chez Julien. If any of you have taken my Marais tour, my walking tour in Paris, we have met right here at this spot in front of Chez Julien to start our Marais tour. And then this is the Café Louis Philippe, which has recently got a makeover. For those of you who knew this place in previous years, they redid the entire front, and you can see that it's new up top here, the little it's a sort of a hot air balloon motif. And if you're watching live, don't forget you can fire off a thumbs up to like the video. You can you send in a super chat, last I checked. And if you're watching on the replay, there's a new thing called Super Thanks. I don't know if you're aware of this, but even on any replay on my channel, if you're watching an older video, right beneath the video itself, there is a little icon. It's a heart symbol with a dollar sign inside of it. That's called the Super Thanks, and you can leave a tip at any time, even if you're watching after the fact. And you can attach a comment with your tip as well, which will ensure that I see it and I'm able to respond and thank you. We got the Rue des Bars. This is such, and a good-looking waiter. Ooh, I hope I didn't say that too loud. You might have heard me. So dreamy. This street is awesome enough in the daytime, but at night, not too many people out here in the outer dining area. It's a little chilly. It's not cold. It's not wintry cold, but it's chilly enough that most people are opting to eat inside tonight. So this is supposed to be a bike ride after all, so why don't we hop on and get on the move. That's what we're going to be riding as usual. And let me see if, this is probably a bad idea, but just give you the full experience of what it's like to unlock a bike in Paris, because I know you're all dying to live out that fantasy. Sorry. It's stuck. There we go. And why do things with two hands when you can do them with one? Excellent. And we're going to strap it on the back here. I know this is absolutely riveting YouTube right now. And here we go. We're going to turn this bad boy on. And we're good to go. Again, that's Saint-Julien. See the name up there? Good stuff, good stuff. Let me just adjust a little thing here and we're good to go. There's the blue hour there. Sky's looking beautiful. It was a very overcast day today, so I was a bit worried for what the sky would be doing. I was thinking, wait, on a super overcast day, is the blue hour still actually blue? I couldn't remember, but it looks all right. Why don't we cross this bridge onto Ile Saint-Louis? Nabulas, you're sure your lock won't slip? No, I put my lock there every day. Hasn't slipped so far. Bonnie Turbeville saying the Marais. Yeah, we're in the Marais right now. And I'm waiting for the light here. Okay, here we go. These street lamps have a special kind of glow right now. Pont Marie, second oldest bridge in town. It's so good. The reflections are ridiculous. We just got to stop here. What an awesome composition with that, because you've got you can see the reflections are sort of doubling what the bridge is doing here. That is just fantastic. Oh my goodness. Hey Corinne, bonsoir to you. Welcome to the Blue Hour in Paris. It's great to have you here, Corinne. Many of you know this is the episode that I had to cancel last time because my riding into town to do the episode that my bike broke. So it feels good to get this one going after that false start. We're on Ile Saint-Louis now. Maybe you can catch a little bit of the Pantheon dome in the distance there. Street lamp magic. I think that's worth another look because these cafes are obviously iconic. Yeah. We're surrounded by paintings right now. I don't know if they're... I mentioned the Impressionists before, but I'm almost thinking of like a Hopper painting as well with some of these views. Passing over onto Ile de la Cité, I would say the city is relatively quiet tonight. Nothing too crazy going on. To the right of your screen's Hôtel de Ville, City Hall. And then that little tower poking up the Tour Saint-Jacques. Poking out there in the center of the screen. What else do we got here? See what the lady is up to, the grand lady. At least it's partially illuminated. I guess that's really for the workers more than anything. Oh, thank you, Andrea. That's so sweet. She says, thank you for this Corey. It looks more gorgeous than I thought. I miss Paris. Oh, Paris misses you, Andrea. Everybody misses Andrea, for crying out loud. She's the life of the party wherever she goes. I don't have an itinerary in mind. I'm just going to go where the universe wants to take me. So I'm feeling it. I'm just going to follow the lights. Let's go just where the lights are. I feel like we can't go wrong with that plan. I just saw a question. Is it Naboul? I hope I'm not mispronouncing. Or Naboul? Yeah, you asked that there are many mayors in Paris, so are there many hôtels de ville? Yeah, there are many. Each arrondissement would have its own smaller city hall with its own mayor that falls under the jurisdiction, I would suppose, of the mayor, Hidalgo. So yeah, each arrondissement absolutely has its own guy or gal in charge. Speaking of the City Hall, this version of the Hôtel de Ville that we have nowadays is in many ways a replica of the previous Renaissance palace that was here until the 1870s when the Commune burned it down. They say that some of the most valuable documents of the history of Paris were lost in that fire, which is a shame. And the communards did not stop there. They also burned down the Tuileries Palace, which is another beautiful building from the Renaissance era. Maybe they had a thing against the Renaissance, but they torched at least two extraordinary examples of the Renaissance back in 1871, which is one reason why Paris is a little short on true, authentic Renaissance architecture. And this one here, this beauty of the Hôtel de Ville, is a redo in the Renaissance style, but doesn't date from the actual era. What a pretty bridge this is. Let's stop here for a moment. This is the bridge that Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton filmed on at the end of the movie Something's Gotta Give. And when you see that scene at the end, they are standing on this bridge and it's snowing a little bit, and you can see the Hôtel de Ville in the background. So stunning. Delicious. I just want to lick my screen right now. Let's go through there, actually. Again, I said I'm just going to follow wherever the lights are beckoning. And I think the square of the Hôtel de Ville could be nice. Again, welcome if you're just joining live. This is a Blue Hour in Paris. That magical time between daylight and the official arrival of nighttime. There she is. Let's see, sometimes they have grand installations in this square. If they don't, maybe we can tool around a little bit and enjoy the wonderful, wonderful street lamps. Some of the most beautiful street lamps are here. Oh yeah, here we go. I read that when Mr. Haussmann redid Paris in the mid-1800s, there were over 100 different models or configurations of the Paris street lamps, because they were putting in a whole new system of lighting, and street lamps in particular, that had to fit in with the motif that Haussmann and Napoleon III were going for at the time. And so out of those 100 plus configurations or designs of lamps, these are considered some of the more special that we've still got. Woo! Lori says, love these street lamps. Yeah. Sometimes during the year there's a large carousel here. I'm sure some of you have seen it before. Doesn't seem to be around these days. Got the BHV department store, part of the golden age of the grand department stores of Paris, along with Galeries Lafayette and the Bon Marché and Printemps and whatnot. That is, I've mentioned this before a long time ago on a different episode, but down here at the basement of this BHV department store is a fantastic, what's the word I'm looking for? Hardware store, that's it, hardware store. Look at that. Oh, it's glorious. So pretty. Ah, Lori said she's never been in that department store. You should have a look. It's got a lot of good stuff. It's not, architecturally speaking, it's not as grand as the other department stores you can see. But it's got really, really beautiful displays of things and a couple of eateries that are lovely. There's used to be something called the Café Marly, M-A-R-L-Y. I think that was the name of it. Or Marlette, maybe? I'm sorry, I haven't been there in a while. Is it Marlette, perhaps? And it used to be, maybe still is, right up in those windows, and you can get a great view. Ah, and they're not illuminated, but you can make out the Olympic rings there. Paris very much aware that in 2 short years we'll be hosting the Summer Olympics. All right, let's move on. Let's find some more stuff. I feel like I want to cross the bridge again back to Ile de la Cité. And we got to find a way off this square. And that's not it. We're almost there. Pardon. I wonder if we can get a good look at the Tour Saint-Jacques. Let's take a look there. Again, I'm just winging it here. Ah, Sue Saint Laurent, thank you so much, dear. Poor Sue, I got to tell you quickly. Sue is in Paris right now. And Sue, I assume you don't mind me sharing this story. She booked a tour with me and then said, oh, sorry, some of my group are sick and maybe they're not in the best mindset. And I said, okay. And the next day she said, actually, we're feeling a bit better. How about we reschedule? And I said, yeah, sure. Let's do it tomorrow. And then turns out, no, there was a COVID case in her. Her daughter had COVID. And so poor Sue was like, oh, I so wanted to tour with you, Corey. And I was telling everybody about you. It was going to be a highlight of my trip. And COVID had other plans for poor old Sue. And I wish you the best, Sue. I hope your daughter is feeling okay. And I hope everyone gets out of it unscathed. And I feel bad for Sue. So you know what, Sue? We're going to dedicate this episode to you officially. Because I know you're somewhere in the city right now. Wishing you could be out there on the streets and living it up. Hey, Karen Peterson. She says beautiful. Oh yeah, I mean, you just can't. The beauty of this Tour Saint-Jacques cannot be denied. Looking at it at nighttime here, for those of you who have followed my series for a while, reminds me of when I did the Halloween episode and I talked about this. That was fun. I don't want to go down the Rue de Rivoli because it is a madhouse as far as bikes. So I'm going to... Oh, I think I know what I'm going to do. You'll have to excuse my ongoing narration of what's going on in my brain. This is the Rue Saint-Martin. And it's a pretty lively spot at night for little bistros and whatnot. Ooh, look at that get up. I love it, love it, love it. J'adore le rhum. Merci. Cute little spot here. Looks like it's called Le Paradis. Le Paradis can, in French can mean paradise or heaven. You can hear like that low level hum of lots of friendly conversations all overlapping one another. What are these folks up to? Hey, what y'all eating? What you having that's good, everybody? French food? Back to the Rue de Rivoli. All right. Let's go. We'll go through the Place du Châtelet. Probably looks pretty decent this time of night. Sorry. Thanks so much for the super chats, folks. If I happen to miss one, you'll have to accept my apologies. All right, in search of Place du Châtelet. Not Châtelet-Léal, as in the ridiculously crazy busy metro station, but this. Oh no, I guess it's the. They didn't illuminate the fountain tonight. I was hoping for a little bit more light. They lit the sphinxes, but not the tower. Not even all the sphinxes. So that's a little bit anticlimactic. Ooh, look at this place called Au Vieux Châtelet. Yes. Sign me up. And the theater. Ooh, it looks so good. Ah, oh, scrumptious. Excuse me while I make just a little adjustment here on my phone, if I might. Okay, cool. We're waiting for the old green light, and maybe we'll head over there towards... There's Notre Dame. I don't think we're going to focus too much on Notre Dame. Sadly, it's not particularly illuminated for obvious reasons lately. But over here, oh my goodness, one of my favorite buildings to be near at nighttime is the Conciergerie. I don't think the towers are quite as lit up as they sometimes are, but it's still going to be nice to cross that bridge. And we'll go by the Palais de Justice, the courthouse. Boy, none of these scooters want to stop for the red light. Let me stop here. Oh, everybody's saying to heal up, Lois Heiss. Oh, Lois, I guess you're not feeling well. I didn't see the original comment. I'm sorry. I join everyone else in wishing you speedy recovery. And yeah, James Jackson just mentioned he thinks I'm using a gimbal, so I guess somebody asked about how I'm how I'm filming this. Yeah, one hand on the bike and one hand on my gimbal stabilizer. It's really the only way to do it and make it watchable, because if you try to attach the phone or any kind of camera actually to your handlebars on these cobblestone streets and whatnot, it's just unusable footage. I've tried it. But don't worry, I'm super comfortable one-handing a bike. I've been doing it many years. And looks like we've got a bateau mouche, or a boat coming through beneath us. Lori says you're very talented, Corey. I guess you're talented until you wipe out on your bike trying to film some ridiculous bit of architecture. But thanks. That's a very nice way to put it. But it's true, in general, sometimes people get a little bit freaked out watching me ride down the streets like this, but I think it's mostly because you don't have the peripheral vision that I do here in person. You have a little bit of tunnel vision, not knowing what's coming on each side at any given moment. But for me, I feel like I got plenty of space here and no worries. Okay. The street that we're on right now, passing in front of the Palais de Justice and the Conciergerie, at one time would have been a medieval moat filled with water, because the royal palaces of the kings were all situated here before they moved towards the Louvre and whatnot. So many of you already know that I'm about to show you this beauty to the right of us. That's pretty well illuminated, the good old Sainte-Chapelle. Woo! Delicious. I don't know if zooming in is going to do much in terms of the quality, but stunning. Oh. Andrea's sending smiley heart faces, and I totally agree, Andrea. Okay, another great place to hang out at the Blue Hour and at nighttime is the Fontaine Saint-Michel. So why don't we head there? And then I think I'll wrap up the public version of this, because we're, even more than 30 minutes into this, and then I'll switch to a private extension of this ride for my Patreon followers. Just waiting for the green light here. There we go. If you're a Patreon member and you're part of our Facebook group, our private Facebook group, then we'll switch over there soon to continue this privately for you as a reward for your support. And also we'll do a cafe chat at the same time, where I'll go find a nice spot, one of these beautifully illuminated sidewalk cafes, and we'll just watch the world go by from a different perspective as I try to keep myself from ordering too many caffeinated beverages here at 8:30, 9 p.m. Let me show you. So we're almost to the Fontaine Saint-Michel. Back to the Seine here. Heather says you may need that caffeine to bike back home, yeah. As part of the Préfecture, the police headquarters. Also got a little bit of a castle-y vibe on the rooftops. Gotta love that. And let's see what we got on the other side. Let's see if we can't get closer. Oh boy, she's beautiful in any state, in any situation. Oh, thanks, Peggy. She says great to have this evening tour. Oh, they got a little, they got some little tents set up in front of the fountain here. Maybe some kind of market or something. Thanks, Ricky, for the support in the chats. I really appreciate that. Huh. It's funny, I thought I got the green light, but clearly seeing traffic in front of us, I clearly did not have the green light. I really thought I did. Place Saint-Michel. All right. Let's try to get an idea what's going on under these tents. Oh, okay, le petit marché de la Place Saint-Michel. So it is a market. Excellent. Thank you, Bonnie, for the support. I appreciate that. Lisa Parker says it's one of her favorite fountains. Oh yeah, this one's just... This is an award-winning fountain. I don't know how many awards it technically won back in the day, but it deserves a lot. And this little market. I'm just gonna walk my bike. Maybe turn off the light so I don't blind everybody. But how about a quick, just to end this public part of the episode, just a quick run through. Should give you a feeling for the market here. Looks like we got nougat here, nougat rather. Jewelry over there. Scarves and various fabrics there. And look at this, if we could get this guy's right at the base of the fountain. He's loving it. He's loving it. There's Saint-Michel. And this is going to be a shocker, big old cheese section. What a surprise. What else we got here? Oh, I'm thinking of you, June Parham, with the scarves that we just saw. This looks like more jewelry in front of me, and then we do have a little access to the fountain. Oh, these gargoyle-y dudes on either side are just... Oh, scrumptious. Thanks, Jay Palmer. She says, such a wonderful tour. Thank you. A lot of jewelry. A lot of jewelry. Over here to the left. A little bit more on the right. This gentleman's selling games in front of us. Looks like some kind of African instrument section. Yeah, tons of jewelry. Okay, everybody, let's wrap things up here, and my supporters can find me over at our private Facebook group, and maybe we'll just end right about there. Thanks, everybody, for joining me on this episode. Hope you enjoyed a little bit of the Blue Hour vibe. And all the links in the description if you want to book a tour with me in Paris, or follow me in various areas, or support me on Patreon and get the access to these extensions and the cafe chats that follow the videos, and my photography as well, and on and on. So from Place Saint-Michel and the Blue Hour, which is officially gone now, I guess it's the Black Hour now, let's be honest. Hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend, or whichever day you happen to be watching this on. Appreciate the support, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.